Hi, my name is Mark, and today I'd like to show you what's inside this huge game called Agemonia. This is the game I have got for review from publisher. Thanks a lot for sending it. And this is an adventure, story-driven fantasy campaign game with a lot of scenarios, maps, cards, miniatures, tokens, and everything you can imagine when you think of huge fantasy adventure games. This game was on Kickstarter, then there was the second edition of the game. This is the first edition, but there are not many changes between the first and second edition, just an errata pack that I also got from the publisher. I heard a lot of good things about Agemonia, and the game got me interested because I've heard there is a lot of, it's very important, and there is a lot of story in this game. I mean, the story, the choices you make are very important. It's not a game like, for example, Frosthaven, that is focused on the mechanics, on the gameplay itself, but the story is just the background. Here, I've heard that the story is quite important, so we will see. Everything looks amazing. The game is huge. I will make another video in the future where I will tell you how the game plays and what I think about it, but you have to give me some time because this is quite a big game and I want to play at least a few scenarios to be able to tell you anything about it. So another video will come in the future, but today let's unbox this huge box. So before we open this box, I want to tell you that this is the first edition of the game. There was a second crowdfunding campaign with the second edition. The second edition has got some errata already included, but I got this fix pack for the first edition together with the game from the publisher. Here we have some stickers and some cards that need to be replaced. I'm not entirely sure what are other changes between the first and second edition, probably not big, but if you watch this video, please remember that this is the first edition of the game, so if you have the second edition, some things may be a little different. The box is really huge. It's like Frosthaven size or even bigger. I'm not really sure. I can't compare because I don't have Frosthaven at home, but this is a huge game. This is the artwork. I think that I read somewhere that this was supposed to be the cover of the game, but then they changed it to the blue one. I prefer the blue one. But they wanted maybe to include the original artwork as well. How to set up your game box, and this is really cool and important with games as big as this one. Having a sheet of paper that tells you how to organize everything is crucial, because still a lot of big games don't come with any information how to store everything, and then you open the box, you have hundreds of tokens and you have no idea where to place them. Now we have some, it looks like maps. In this game you don't get any tiles that you use to create different scenarios and maps, but you play inside a campaign book. But I can see that apart from the campaign book, we have some huge sheets of paper with printed maps on them. So maybe those are some additional maps, or maybe you use those maps together with the book to create even bigger layout. I'm not sure. It all looks really nice, really cool, but I don't want to show you everything in detail to avoid any spoiler. But let's be honest, with a game as big as this one, you will not remember anything in a week after watching my video. This looks like a map with different locations, different cities that you will be able probably to visit. We have some numbers and some letters, so those probably correspond to some entries in the storybook. This looks like different orders and houses. Maybe here we place some stickers or some trackers, I don't know. Rundale, city with additional places to visit and interact. Really cool. This is a thick cardboard, like in a board game. Let me maybe put it to the side. This game is so big. Okay. This looks like a party scenario record. Okay, this is for the whole party. This looks like a character sheet where you write some hero journal, some additional notes. Okay, so each hero gets one of these. This is, I'm not sure what it is. To be honest, I have not played this game yet. Of course, I'm opening this game right now. I also have not watched any videos about this game, and I didn't watch any playthrough and reviews. I want to explore this game by myself. So please forgive me if I'm not sure what some components are used for. This looks like a sandworm from Dune. I don't know. There are 6 of them. Maybe you place some stickers on them, or maybe you give one of these to each character. No idea. Let me put it back here. This is what this is. This is errata. Okay, so an additional errata, but this is like the first errata that they included in the first edition. Probably they found some mistakes just after printing the book. But then I have the second errata, this fix pack. This is from 2023 and this is from 2024. So I'm not sure, maybe those mistakes here or this errata is included in this fix pack already. I will have to check it. I think that having some mistakes and errors in a game as big as this one is not possible to avoid. All big campaign games I played usually have some sort of errata released after the game is published. This looks like stickers. Don't ask me what are those stickers used for. I'm not sure if those stickers are removable or not. But this is definitely, those are stickers. Some logo you can put on your laptop if you want to. This is the rules reference book, 56 pages. But a lot of this rulebook is about some specific classes and items and things you will find in the game. The rules itself are not that long, but I know that there is a tutorial in this game really well made. You play through 3 scenarios and the game teaches you how to play, so this is really, really cool. You don't have a thick, 100 pages long rulebook that you have to read. You can basically play straight away. Campaign book. Okay, tutorial, and then some other locations. Okay, so as you can see, tutorial rules flooded in, and you read through it. This tells you how to play, how to move, how to do things. Similar tutorial was made for Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, and this was really awesome because I think that in Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion you played like 3, 4, 5 maybe scenarios, and the game taught you how to play. I think this is really a big help in such huge games like this one, that the game teaches you how to play. And you can see tutorial rules for scenario 3. Okay, and now we have some, campaign related entries. I will not read them, just take a look, quite a lot of them. Number 1, campaign book. Now we have number 2, scenario book, and here we have different maps that we will play on. Number 1, the flooded in, the tutorial scenario, and you have a big map and you play on this map. And this is really cool. I love games that use this type of campaign scenario books with maps printed on them. It's much more convenient and easier to set up than having 77 different tiles with different shapes and different numbers, and then you have to construct the whole map from all those strange tiles, and you waste a lot of time. Then after finishing a scenario, you have to remove all those tiles from the table and you have to set up new map for another scenario. Here you just open this book and you can play straight away. Number 2, and there are a lot of them. I will not show you all of them. You have different scenarios, different maps for the whole campaign. But remember that apart from the scenario book, we also had this huge sheets with additional maps. So I'm not sure if they connect to map in this campaign book or if they are something separate. Okay, and now we have a third book, storybook, with different entries that you will read during the game, just like in a lot other adventure games. You have a storybook and you read stuff. I have to say that I would prefer this storybook to be maybe smaller in size, because if you have this on your table, and if you have this on your table, and if you have this on your table, those are 3 huge books, and I'm not sure if they will fit on the table opened, all 3 of them. So maybe having a smaller storybook would be better, but still it looks cool. Now we have a lot of different trays. As you have seen when you first opened this box, there was this whole guide how to organize everything, and we have different trays for different things. I will have to punch out all the tokens and then organize everything, but having trays for different components is always awesome, because if you have to use different bags and zip bags to store stuff, you will waste a lot of time setting the game up. And here with trays, you can just open a tray, leave it on the table, and then pack it back into the box after finishing the game, and it's quick. Okay, most of them are empty because there are a lot of cardboard tokens down below that you have to punch out before playing the game. Here we have some miniatures. Those are miniatures for heroes. I remember there was a sun drop option available as well during the campaign. This is the regular no sun drop option, but you have miniatures only for heroes, if I remember correctly. All the enemies are as standees. You have standees for the enemies. There is a separate miniature box that you can buy with miniatures for the enemies as well, but I think it's fine that you have miniatures for your heroes and standees for the enemies, just like in Gloomhaven and Frosthaven. This game is so huge, the box is really huge and heavy, and having a separate box with even more miniatures might be an overkill, I don't know. We have different dice, 2 colors, D12 I think. Here we have some D6, blue and red dice. Okay. Okay, so here we have the miniatures. Here we have, I don't know what we have. We have bases for the standees, quite a lot of them. I think they should be enough for each standee that is down below on the punch board. It would be best if you didn't have to disassemble the standees to put them in the box. I hope there is enough space to have the standees, in the bases, because taking standee out and in of a base usually damages the standee. We will see. Those are some markers, maybe for actions or something, some crystals, and some additional boards. I don't know what this is, maybe for some abilities. They look like boards used for different maybe characters. I don't know. 2, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that those are used for each hero that is available in the game. Okay, let's close it. We have only removed 1 layer of the whole content of the game. And here we have quite a lot of empty trays. 1, 3, 5. This looks like trays used for coins. I'm not sure why we have 3 of them, because they all look like trays, coin trays, and I'm not sure why one of them is purple. Okay, I hope the rulebook explains everything, how to organize it. Another empty tray, but this is cool. All those trays will be very helpful for setting the game for play. Okay, another 2 empty trays for different types of tokens. This is pretty cool. Nice. Okay. And now we have some good stuff, because here we have different hero boards. Not all of them, because we have 5. The remaining 2 are somewhere here. And here are different heroes that you can play. Some story. Really cool artwork. The game looks very, very nice. All the books and maps and everything looks really, really cool. They are dual layered, so you have space for maybe some additional tokens. Unlocks. Okay, so you unlock some additional abilities. Okay, really cool. And here we also have some small storybooks for each hero. So each hero has got like a hero specific story or quest that you can follow. This is cool. Apart from the big quest, the main quest for the whole game, you have some individual quests for each hero. This is really nice. Okay, so let me put it back here. Will it fit? Yeah, it will fit. Okay, I will put it here maybe, I don't know. What else? And here we have trays for each individual hero, and this is the tray you use probably to save your game. I think you have space for different tokens and for different abilities of your hero. So after finishing playing the game, you can put everything in this box with your hero board, and this is one of the additional heroes, number 6. And then you can just, close the tray, and this is your hero saved for another scenario. Really nice. And this is the last character. I'm not sure, I don't remember how many characters you have to use if you play this game solo. 2, maybe more, I don't know. Okay, another empty tray. I hope you don't have to use all 4 of them because it will be a lot. But 2, if you can use 2, it is manageable. And 2 additional trays for the remaining heroes, because you can play this game with 4 people, I think. And here we have some strange boxes with strange shape, and those are boxes for different for different cards, and this is really heavy. And I will not show you those cards because I know that those are cards used for the let me take it out, for the campaign, because they have spoiler alert all over them, and I can imagine that these numbers here are used for specific scenarios. So at some point during the game you'll have to open it. Too bad that they didn't include any dividers. It would be maybe easier to use dividers, but still okay. So you can see how many cards are here. And I'm not sure what's on those cards. Maybe some additional stories or quests or things related to each scenario, but you can see how many of them are there. If you ask me, I don't think they will fit in sleeved. There is a separator here from foam, but I don't think this box will fit sleeved cards, because you can see how many of them are here already. Okay, so box number 1. I have to say that the storage here is really well designed, and really they put a lot of effort and planning to make this storage solution for this game. This is really cool. And here we have the second set of cards. Okay, you may wonder why they are not in shrink. They are not in shrink because I filmed the Polish unboxing like half an hour before this video, so I already opened some of those cards, but I'm not sure what are those cards used for. Maybe for different locations on the map. I can show you some of the cards. I hope it's not a big spoiler for you. Will not read the text here, just look at the artwork. Artifact, okay. Reference cards, city step, 1 for each player, scenario step, because the game is also divided, like you have the city stage where you walk around the city, you level up, maybe you buy stuff, go to different shops, and then you go on a mission, and then you have the scenario. This looks like some type of world events that you have, assassinate, different maybe quests, additional quests, profession cards, city quests, quite a lot of them. This is cool. Huge cards, that's why this box has got this funny shape. Here we have some smaller cards, master talent, this looks like some classes maybe for your characters. Venia, Thorax, Geomancer, Guardian, okay. Here's space to mark something, maybe you will use those stickers that you have seen before, I don't know. Allies, cards and other cards. Don't ask me what are those cards. As I said, I have not played this game, I have not watched any videos, I don't want any gameplay spoilers, so I have not watched any playthrough. Different cards, this is like a trap. Okay. You may not be target of enemy attack, invisible, different statuses. Okay, quite a lot of them. And here we have also some punch board on the bottom. The box didn't, the lid of the box was lifted when the game arrived, but that's because you have quite a lot of cardboard that you have to punch out, and then you will remove it from the box, so the cover, the lid should close fully, probably, I hope. Here we have some standees for the different enemies. As I told you, there is a second box with miniatures, additional one that you can get if you don't like standees. I think standees are cool, especially if you don't have space on the shelf for another huge box, but also if you don't paint your miniatures, the standees are always more colorful and look maybe a little more interesting on the board. But this one here are not that colorful, I would have to say, and a lot of gray, but they are okay. I have seen games with, I have to say, maybe more beautiful standees, but they are okay. I think they will serve the purpose of the game. Different types of enemies. I'm only curious if you can assemble those standees and store them somewhere in those trays, or you have to assemble them each time you play the game. We will see. Some additional tokens. This looks like some additional, I don't know, maps. No idea why they are here. Dark Cellar, Tower of Curiosities, some additional maps and tokens. Oh, here we have quite a lot of tokens. Okay. This looks like different items that you will be able to search during the game, different flowers and some rocks and stones and crystals. Okay. Yona. Okay, so this looks like some tokens used for each character. Here more, okay, tokens. Money tokens. There are not that many of them. So I'm curious, why do you need 3 trays for money? Maybe we have the coins. You will need bigger trays to for the coins to fit. Okay. And this looks like some additional abilities for each hero. Okay, so many different abilities. But you will not use all of them at once. Probably you will unlock them during the game. Okay. And these are, I think, life tokens, probably, something like this. I remember that they offered some plastic chips you could get additionally, so you can use some plastic chips like in chiptune games instead of those cardboard ones. But I have quite a lot of chiptune games at home, so maybe I will use some Too Many Bones chips. I'm not sure if it's possible. We will see. So this is all the cardboard. So this is how this game looks like. Agemonia, huge game, looks fantastic, everything looks great. Again, as always, I will make another video in the future where I will tell you what I think about this game. You need to give me a lot of time, because as you can see, the game is huge, the game is big, and the game has got a lot of scenarios, and I have to play at least a few scenarios to be able to tell you anything about this game. But as you can already see, the storage solution for this game is really great. Everything has got its place, everything fits in. I just have no idea why you have so many coin trays. Maybe you can put something else here. We will see. Thanks for watching. Visit me on Facebook, on Instagram, on other social media. You will find all the links in the description of this video. That's it for today. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.